And so it is our honour and our privilege to invite up to the stage Amrita, who is going to tell her own story of medical abortion reversal. Please give her a big round of applause.
Hello everyone. So I just want to share my story on the reversal pill. I'm a little nervous, so I might stutter. So please forgive me. Sorry, let me just get my notes. So I found out I was pregnant when I was 26. I was not in a career that I wanted. I was financially unstable. I was living with my dad. I was not married, not in a relationship. It was an unplanned pregnancy. And I feel like that's something that happens quite often nowadays. So like any normal person, before I fell pregnant, I was always told, you could just take a pill and it will be done. Like everything will be better. There's no issue with taking just a pill and having an abortion. So that was my view. So when I fell pregnant, I panicked. It was unexpected, and I went to go tell her dad. And as he grew up with a view that abortion was bad, and I respected him quite highly, I still respect him quite highly, I then went to research and actually look into the abortion pill and the morals behind having an abortion and when a baby becomes a baby. And that changed my view dramatically. I was obviously still panicked, and I thought, okay, the best place to get the correct answers to my questions would be to call an abortion clinic. And I spoke to them. They said, okay, in a week's time, you can have a consultation and get all your questions answered. That week that we waited felt like the longest week of our lives. We went up and down. It was very emotional. And yeah, so we went up and down. We were going back and forth on, he was not pushy, he was lovely, like her dad was absolutely lovely, he was very supportive in whatever choice I made. But he did obviously give me his view. So I looked into it more. I read loads of stories of women that even 9 years after having an abortion regretted having an abortion. They had a name for their unborn child. They felt like, okay, how old would they be now? What would they be like now? And that's the bit that got me overall, is the guilt of if this fetus is not alive, it's not a child, how could people have so much emotion towards it? And that's a guilt that I didn't want to carry. And I looked into the side effects of abortion pill, that no one tells you, like you have a chance of not being able to have a baby. A small chance, but it's still a chance. And in my mind was, okay, so I can have an abortion and hope that I can succeed in my career and then have a baby. But what if I don't succeed? What if I can't have a baby? What if it's just not my life plan? Like having a baby is a lot more important to me. Eventually, so the consultation came with the abortion clinic. We had a list of questions in front of us. And as soon as my baby's dad spoke, they said, okay, he has to leave the room, he cannot talk. Which I thought, okay, he should still have somewhat of a say. I respect him highly, like it is, even though I'm the one carrying the child, if I want him to be there, he should be able to be there. So they told him to leave. I started with our first question. The answer I got back was, it's as simple as, if you want to have an abortion, take the pill, if you don't, don't. And out of panic, I asked for the pill because I was already 8 weeks pregnant. And because I was 8 weeks pregnant, so they sent me the pill. I held on to that pill for days. I carried it everywhere I went in the hopes that at some point I would make a decision to just take it or not take it or throw it away. And because I was very hormonal, very emotional, I just couldn't. And then one day I was sitting on the sofa, I made a horrible choice, and I got very overwhelmed and I ended up taking the pill. Within seconds, I instantly regretted it, and I just sobbed and cried, and I just broke down. I was like, I want this baby more than anything. Like, the guilt I felt was so strong. I was like, I don't understand how people can sit there and take an abortion pill and be like, oh, do you know what, tomorrow I'm just going to go to the shops and it's just something normal. To me, I didn't understand that because I was always told taking an abortion pill is simply as taking a pill and that's it. Your life goes on as normal, and I just couldn't. So I called the abortion clinic up, hoping to get some advice, in a panic. And there, the lady on the phone, she was very calm, considering I was very panicked. She was very calm and she said, do you know what, we get this every day. Loads of women call back and they regret it. All you have to do is not take a second abortion pill, and as long as you don't bleed, everything will be fine. And in my mind, I was like, okay, she just did not understand the urgency in my voice. She did not care. So I Googled for reversals on the reversal pill. That's when I looked into it more, and it was only available in America as far as I could see, and then I found Dr. Emmett. And I called Dr. Emmett, I spoke to his assistant, and then he called me back. He was very understanding, he was not judgmental. He was like, okay, the pill will be sent to your nearest pharmacy, you can take it as soon as possible, and everything should hopefully be fine. So I did. The next morning I bled a little bit and I ran straight to the pharmacy. I took my pill. Taking the pill was absolutely fine. And then after I had my 8-week scan, and baby was absolutely fine. Thank you. And throughout the pregnancy, don't get me wrong, pregnancy is hard. Pregnancy is very hard. But I've never looked back. I've never regretted it. I was one of them people before getting pregnant that was like, do you know what, why would anyone want to have children? Like, children are like a big disruption in your life. I am now the type of person that will sit there and say, do you know what, having a child is the biggest blessing anyone can ask for. Yeah, and I advise people that do think about taking abortion, because there's a lot of young people that don't know, that have not done their research into the abortion pill or when a baby becomes a baby. And my view on it now has totally changed onto, if you're going to have abortion, you have to realise you are killing a child. And it's a strong view, but it's a view that I stand here with my child, and I've been through what I have to go through, and I've researched it, and that is my full belief. Thank you.
Can we just give a massive round of applause to Amrita and her beautiful daughter?